I really wish I could do a good Jordan Peterson impression. Oh god, it would be so amazing, dude. I'll be like, you see, the distinction between men and women is really important. I can't do it. I can't do the Kermit the Frog impression. I've tried for a long time, and if I could, I wouldn't be able to do it now because my throat is fucked because I'm very sick. All right. Apparently, I've been deep throating too many trans girl dick lately. I don't, I don't know. Listen, that's a joke. Don't take that seriously. Or was it? All right. Let's watch this. Jordan Peterson debunks leftist intersectionality by PragerU. What do we got here? Let's see.
I think it speaks to the pathology of the radical left instantly.
Oh god, wow, we don't need to... Well, this video is only 3 minutes long. We don't need to have it turned up that much. All right, let's see this. What do you have to say, Jordan Peterson? Prager poo.
I think it speaks to the pathology of the radical left instantly.
Damn.
They're absolutely incapable of viewing the world except through group identity terms.
Nope. Nope, not true. The idea of intersectionality is the idea that all forms of oppression and whatnot kind of interlink with each other. The idea that the world isn't as simple as, oh, black people aren't oppressed by the law anymore. There's no laws that say black people can't do this, this, or that. So everything's fine. There's no racist institutions or anything. So there's that really simple, basic mindset that people like this guy see through. Also, I'll get to that donation in a moment if I can find a way to actually see it. So there's that mindset, right? But then there's also the intersectional mindset, right? That the effects of history still linger on into the future, into the modern day, right? So, thank you, Lexi. And so the idea is, okay, for example, how does misogyny, or I should even say misandry and toxic masculinity, how does that affect trans women? We talked about that earlier. TERFs hate men, and thus they see trans women as men, and so they hate trans women too, because they see them as men, because they hate men. So there's that. Or what about things like Jim Crow laws and like segregation and redlining and whatnot that were only, those were like a thing only like, God, like a few decades ago, like 50 years ago? Not a very long time ago, like one generation ago, right? There are a lot of people alive today whose parents couldn't buy a house or take a loan out from the bank because of redlining or because of segregation and whatnot. So all of these things, like different types of oppression, right? So you have like, racism, misogyny, things like that. They all sort of tie together, right? They all sort of weave into each other in a way. I think we can all agree with that, right? Can I get some hypers in chat? We all agree with that? That's why intersectionality is important. Because generally, a group like black people or trans people are going to be seen in a negative light by the same people who see those other groups in a negative light. It's almost like all minority groups in America have the same enemy. And it ought to be worth coming together to kind of fight that enemy that tends to that trend, I'm very tired and I'm sick, so I may not explain this too well. I'm also not the best public speaker, but I think you guys get the idea of what I'm talking about here. Intersectionality is important because you are able to combat negative things in the world better when you're in a group than when you're alone with one single identity. Simple idea. Let's see what Kermit B. Peterson has to say here.
So if someone comes out and disagrees with
Xander Hall and Victa accidentally gifted themselves tier 1 subs. Oh, damn, I'm sorry. I don't know how to refund it, but I'll ask. You got a web app error on the first one? Oh, I'm going to see if White Nervosa can fix that. Let's continue.
with them, then they have to characterize them by their fundamental group attribute, whatever that happens to be. Maybe it's gender, because that's a favorite, or maybe it's race. And so angry white men, young, there we go, sexist, ageist, and racist all at once, right? They're angry, young,
oh God,
white.
oh my God, it's Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson having a circle jerk conversation. Oh God. Oh God.
White men. Well, it has to be that way if you're going to play the leftist game, because that's the only way that you can look at the world. And then if you can't make your opponent reprehensible in some manner, and it's strange that they would attempt to make them reprehensible on the grounds of race, age, and sex, since that...
No one's doing this. The only people who, like, hate men for the idea of being men are TERFs. The only people who hate white people on the, like, for being white because they're white are, like, black nationalists and shit, which leftists hate. These leftists hate these groups. We hate them. We may joke and be like Mayo's side now and whatnot, but, like, we don't actually hate white people, I assume. Like, we don't actually hate white people, right? Right? Right, chat? All right? Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure I'm not one of the good ones to you people. What am I, one of the good ones? All right. So, let's continue.
That's precisely what they stand against, hypothetically. But if you can't make your enemy reprehensible along some dimension, then you
Wait, the dimension we can make them reprehensible by is what they believe. If they believe something transphobic, they're reprehensible. That's why they're reprehensible. If they believe something racist, or they believe something misogynist or something, that's what makes them reprehensible. We don't need to make them seem reprehensible based on their identity that they were born with. They can believe stupid shit that makes them reprehensible anyway, regardless of what they believe. And we do this with groups that are part of the groups you claim that we try to protect. Blair White. We attack Blair White all the time, despite the fact she's a trans woman, because of what she believes. We do this all the time. All right. But then, obviously, they would respond, yeah, but that's just you attacking people who don't fall in with the leftist groupthink. Yeah, okay, buddy.
Have to contend with them seriously.
You probably think your opinions matter. You probably think you're an individual with unique experiences, thoughts, and ambitions. Well, I hate to break it to you, but according to current leftist orthodoxy, you're wrong. You see, your opinion only matters relative to your identity, and where that
Nope! Not true whatsoever in the slightest bit, actually. Because, guess what? Blair White's opinion doesn't fucking matter, and she's a trans woman. It doesn't matter what your identity is. That's idpol. That's what you fuckers believe in. The whole, oh, I can't be racist because I'm black thing. That's idpol right there, not intersectionality. This gets me so fucking angry. But yeah, regardless, this is completely wrong. Like, we literally just spent like an hour shitting on Blair White, a trans woman, for being transphobic. This is demonstrably untrue.
identity ranks on the hierarchy of intersectionality. If you're now thinking, what the hell are you talking about? You haven't spent much time on a modern college campus. Intersectionality is a form of identity politics in which
it is not. Identity politics is cancer. Intersectionality is not anything. It literally has nothing to do with identity politics. What are you talking about?
Value of your opinion depends on how many victim groups you belong to.
No, that's literally not what intersectionality is at all. Let's bring up the actual definition of intersectionality. The interconnected nature of social categorizations such as race, class, and gender as they apply to a given individual or group, regarded as creating overlapping and interdependent systems of discrimination or disadvantage. So, this is clearly very different from the intersectionality as a form of identity politics in which the value of your opinion depends on how many victim groups you belong to. Imagine warping definitions this way. Intersectionality is about certain groups kind of having overlap in the other groups that kind of try to put them down. You know, for example, usually patriarchy isn't going to like trans women just as it doesn't like cis women. So trans women and cis women kind of have a mutual benefit in working together to go after patriarchy, right? Same goes for men, right? Men should have, like, your average, like, working class man should be just against the patriarchy as any woman, because the patriarchy affects cis men in a lot of negative ways. For example, toxic masculinity and like men's suicide rates.
The bottom of the totem pole is the person everybody loves to hate, the straight white male. And who's at the top?
Oh, everyone loves to hate the straight white male. We have it so hard, guys. We have it so hard. Everyone loves to hate us. They hate us all so much. It's so hard being a straight white male. Hold on, let me, here, I got a song for this. Fuck off, YouTube, you piece of shit. Here we go. I think this song will emphasize the pain here. Hopefully I don't get copyright claimed for this.
Walking around, I got no one to talk to. There's everyone, and then there's just me. If I could change, don't you think that I'd do it? God only knows why he
This is
cursed
the struggle.
me to be a straight white man. I state my problems, other people roll their eyes. 3 trips to the
Preach.
mall, 0 khakis in my
Preach!
never been the victim of a random search for
True.
drugs. But you can't say my life is easy until you've walked a mile in my own.
True! True. Alright, that song is called Straight White Man by Bo Burnham. Go watch it if you want to. Okay, let's continue.
Well, it's very hard to say because new groups claim victim status all the time. No one can keep track.
Okay, Ben.
So, how does this intersectionality thing play out?
Okay,
Something
Benny.
like this. Let's say you're a gay white woman. Your opinion matters, but less than that of a gay black woman. Why? Because while all women are
Okay. No. Why are they doing the whole your opinion only matters? This literally has not. They've already lied about the definition of intersectionality, so they're just running with that lying definition. What?
oppressed by the patriarchy, and all gays are oppressed by the heterosexual majority, blacks have a victim status that whites obviously don't. Of course, a gay black woman's victim status is less than that of a black trans woman, who ranks below a black Muslim trans woman, and so on. The more membership...
Wait, did you notice that little thing they did there with the animation there? Did you notice that? Did you see that? Hold on, I'm gonna have to move my webcam so you can notice that. Oh, PragerU, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Did you see it?
Are oppressed by the heterosexual majority, blacks have a victim status that whites obviously don't. Of course, a gay black woman's victim status is less than that of a black trans woman.
I like how they put muscles on her. Notice that? They put muscles on the trans woman.
Ranks below a black Muslim trans woman, and so on.
They even put muscles on the fucking... Oh my god, they're so blatantly transphobic. Like, even in the fucking art, god. How is PragerU a thing? Jesus Christ.
On. The more memberships you can claim in oppressed groups, the more aggrieved you are, and the higher you rank. Get it? Good, because it's about to get even more complicated. Intersectionality takes your victim status and uses it as the base.
I imagine it's about to get very complicated when you're running with the completely made-up definition of intersectionality that nobody except you people seem to believe.
Basis for creating alliances with other victim groups. 30 or 40 years ago, activists encouraged racial solidarity among blacks to combat oppression. But today, that's not enough. Today's activists demand blacks make common cause with other allegedly oppressed people. Gays, lesbians, transgenders, Palestinians, Native Americans, whomever. Here's the logic.
I love how you have to throw in the Palestinians in there. Ooh, Zionism. Gotta love it. Fucking Ben, Zionist Shapiro, and the fucking Zionist PragerU. Fuck off. Go fuck yourself. Die in a ditch in Minecraft after getting shot with a Power 5 enchanted bow.
Whomever. Here's the logic. A black gay and a Hispanic gay may not belong to the same victim group racially, but they do belong to the same victim group on the basis of their sexuality. By focusing on the places where various victim identities intersect, intersectionality creates a united us versus them paradigm. Righteous victims rising up together to fight the oppressor, those dreaded straight white men.
True! Fuck straight white men in a video game. No, don't actually. Yeah, this is just literally Ben Shapiro lying and strawmanning intersectionality. It's really easy. It's really easy to burn down an argument when it's completely made of straw.
And most important, intersectionality promotes the biggest hoax of all, that we aren't individuals who are to be judged on the basis of how we act, but are merely members of groups to be judged on the basis of our group identity.
Nice.
In other words, you and I, as individuals with our unique experiences, thoughts, and ambitions, count for nothing. Our racial
This is literally the kind of shit that they tried to appeal to me with when I was like falling down the alt-right rabbit hole. They would say things like, "Oh yeah, the fucking hegemonic beliefs of the leftist ideology and intersectionality. They want to take away your individualism and make you and discriminate against you because you're just a straight white man. You've never done anything wrong. Why should you be punished for your identity?" They're literally just lying. This isn't what intersectionality is. It's a blatant lie, which is funny because Ben Shapiro is a liar. Jordan Peterson is a liar, and PragerU is a liar. So you just get we got like a triple-decker lie sandwich coming from PragerU here.
and sexual identity count for everything. It's hard to imagine an idea less likely to produce a free and equal America than that. But what do I know? I'm just a straight white male.
Amazing. Amazing! That was a Weasley little liar sandwich right there. Yikes. Yeah, that was complete lies. We brought up the definition. I love that. We've done 3 like what a fucking liars today, or 2 what a fucking liars today. So we had Blair White literally cropping out like evidence from like articles that she cites where we go to the actual argument and it completely backs up what they're saying, and she cut it out purposefully to lie. And we've even now had Ben Shapiro blatantly lying about the definition of intersectionality, which is literally a Google search away. All you have to do, look at that, guys. Literally, all you have to do is look it up on Google. I'll even move my webcam out of the way so you can read it yourselves. Go look it up. Look up intersectionality for yourself if you don't believe me. The definition is right there on Google. Simple as that. So, PragerU lying, of course. Why am I not surprised? Jesus.